Hi guys. Sorry I've been away for a while. I'm right back here. I feel a little bit weird making this video because my last video was about like online like privacy and stuff like that. And now we are right here square one. Like I think we're even worse than what we was before. And yeah, so in the UK, this is, affecting me a bit as well, I guess, for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons, okay? Something has happened recently. It's called the Online Safety Act. So we're going to get straight into the video. And yeah, we're just going to discuss about the Online Safety Act. So basically, the UK government has to come together to say that they want to protect children from accessing adult content, mostly or mainly pornography. So what that means is if you in the UK as of right now, I think it was the end of July. I think this has already been rolled out. When you want to access an adult site that hosts porn, right? You will be greeted with a message saying you cannot access this website without being able to verify your age. The way you verify your age is primarily, is uploading some sort of form of identification. Some apps who are also affected by this, you can do a simple face scan, and yeah. So Dave, you're asking David, what's the issue? Don't you want children not? Don't you want children not to access those sites? Yes, that is true. But what the government is doing right now is basically, imagine if I come to your house and take your oven away, and I say, yeah, I took the oven away from you so you can stop burning your food. Yes, but at the same time, no. And where my issue with this is, and a lot of people in the UK, and I feel a little bit iffy making this video, not because it's the third time I'm making this video, um, because this talks about politics. Apps like Twitter or X cannot function properly because um, that also falls in the same guidelines. Reddit cannot function properly. Both Signal and WhatsApp have threatened and also iMessage have threatened to leave the UK because the UK wants to also crack down on encryption. They don't want end-to-end encryption to be anymore. What does that have to do with anything with children accessing adult content? Why do you have to stop the privacy of people's conversation in the UK? And there's been a lot of censorship as well. Like, yes, with Reddit and Twitter, they are censoring certain topics. For example, you won't be able to access, let's say, r/stop smoking or r/stop drinking. Don't you want children to kind of visit those Reddit sites, especially with the whole vaping pandemic that's going on? Do you know what I mean? But that's been censored. And for example, Spotify, you can't access Spotify because there is the some music has adult themed songs or mature content. Spotify, you also have to give some sort of verification. On Discord as well, this is what happened to me on Discord. You will get stopped accessing servers that do not have any adult content, but it will just be like, oh yeah, you have to do a face scan. And what happens is if these apps don't comply with this, comply with regulations, comply with regulations or face fines of £18 million or 10% of global turnover. So for me, where my issue is, I think this is a decoy because if children want to access those things, I think they're very tech savvy. They will find some sort of way. And what stops a child from taking their mom or dad's or older sibling ID and uploading that? Do you know what I mean? As of right now in the UK, VPNs are like surging up in downloads, and the UK is now looking at banning VPNs, which is also absurd because we're gonna get into that later. What is also an issue, I would say, is I'm really trying to make this one take. Well, I already took a long pause, so I can't. Oh yes, the system is flawed that they have. So with uploading the ID, you can just go on Google and find an ID, UK driver's license, something like that, and upload it, and then you will you will just bypass it. Not so straight with everything. I think with Spotify, they are planning to ban members if they fail verifications or they think that you are a minor based on like algorithms and stuff like that, which is also very harsh, I guess. And with YouTube, I think they're doing something where they are gonna guess your age based on what kind of videos you watch. So, which is strange because YouTube has a whole app dedicated to kids. Like there is a YouTube Kids app. So like, why go through all this fuzz? And yeah, the government also wants to crack down on YouTube as well, make social media harder to access. And yes, the reason there's like this T app I've learned about. Well, the reason why I'm talking about this T app is this American app, I think, where like women discussed or gossiped about like men and boyfriends and partners, and you needed to verify yourself with like some sort of identification, right? And the T app explicitly said, after you verify yourself with your passport or driver's license, we will delete all the data or something like that. It will not be stored. And then there has been some sort of outage or leak where everyone's data and passports and identification has been leaked to the internet. Do you know what I mean? And the UK, the government itself is not running these checks. It's not running these checks. It's a third party company that has been hacked before, and they are allowed to store the data or your passport pictures or whatever they want for over 3 years and stuff like that, or as how long as they want to, and as long as they want to. And it's like, what do you need that for? I feel like they're making the internet and I think it's a decoy saying, oh yeah, we want to protect children from adult content, but at the same time, why not? There's two issues I have with this. Is because number one, there are ways to prevent that already. There are apps, tracking apps. The internet, your internet provider can stop, ban, unblock adult content. Your Wi-Fi can do that. There's apps you can put on your children's phone to stop that access to that content. If your child has some sort of like contract with, let's say, Vodafone or T-Mobile and stuff like that, you can also directly tell Vodafone they cannot access this content. And as I said, there are apps. So why not educate parents on that? Do you know what I mean? And why not educate parents with that kind of information? A lot of parents might not know that these options are available. Do you know what I mean? And then my second point, what I wanted to make is, why does it stop with only pornography? Like why can we not like ban gambling ads? Do you know what I mean? That are shown on TV, on billboards and everywhere, which I made a video about. I literally made a video about this whole gambling kerfuffle thing, right? Why can we not stop gambling? Why can we not stop alcoholism, for example, or the ads that we have about Heineken and Stella and stuff like that being played on TV and the billboards? There's no way, like, why can we not stop those things? Why is it just this? That's why I think it's a massive decoy. It's like, why are we just focusing about one thing and saying, oh, children should be able to stop accessing adult content, but then you want WhatsApp and Signal to give up their encryption? Telegram hasn't said anything about it, so I think they're just watching people do what they do. And it's just like you're forcing these apps to do these things, or you're forcing them out so you can control. So whoever doesn't want to be controlled can just leave. And I think that's kind of weak, in my opinion. I would say shout out to WhatsApp, who is eventually like Facebook, Meta, right? They're owned by them. WhatsApp and Signal, for standing up against the government. Also, as I said, iMessage, they also threatening to leave the UK because the UK also wants to stop iMessage encryption and stuff like that. And I feel like there could be done so much on like a lower level, like a entry level, where we could there could be parents could be educated. Like instead of having all these gambling and beer ads and vodka ads and all these alcohol ads, why not have ads on advertisements on, hey, keep your children safe on the internet? That could be a better campaign. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe take that out and then put that in. No, let's just turn the internet off for everyone. Do you know what I mean? And where my issue is like there could be more safety things done. Do you know what I mean? Like why not stop pornography from, you know, minors being distributed and stuff like that? Like why not use these super powerful technologies or not powerful technologies that they have to focus on that thing? I think that is a way bigger issue. You know what I mean? I think that's a way more bigger. Me talking about it, it kind of like, I don't like talking about that particular topic because it's super disgusting. But at the same time, it's a real thing. Do you know what I mean? But why not put like a huge stop to that? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's so vile. It's so vile. Do you know what I mean? And for me, it's like, why can we not focus on other things about the internet? Do you know what I mean? Instead of like putting a decoy saying, hey, we care about children. And another problem I have is if you was to ban VPNs or crack down on or if a child wasn't able to get access to their parents' ID or their older siblings' ID or someone else, I think you will expose them to way more dangerous avenues to get to those kind of things. Like some people might explore going on the dark web to find something, and that is way scarier and unregulated than anything else. I'm not saying, oh, we need to make it easy, but at the same time, I think if there's a will, there's a way. And if people have to resort to some extreme measures to do something, it's not a very good outcome, I would say. For me, I think the government's trying to control something. I think America is following suit. They want to do something similar. The EU wants to do something similar to that as well. So I think, as I said in my last video, we all calling China a controlled state and stuff like that, but we kind of slowly turning into that right now. Do you know what I mean? So instead of always pointing the finger saying these people are the bad guys, now the UK is just doing a decoy. As I said before, if I take your oven away and I say, hey, I'm only doing this because so you don't burn your food, is that, you know what I mean? Is that really the solution to something? Like, imagine if the government just said, we're going to ban all umbrellas just because we don't want people to walk outside when it's raining. You know what I mean? Like it's something. And I feel like restricting things like Spotify and YouTube and also like the censorship on certain apps like Twitter. Like now they're doing censorships with the whole Gaza thing and stuff like that, because they can censor whatever they want now, because when you use Twitter, whatever gets flagged by the app as adult content, it could be adult content or not, you would just be met with, you need to verify yourself. And now they want your information. So now I have to give my passport information to some third party app that's just gonna sell my data anyway. And yeah, who am I at the end of the day? But like, for example, with my credit card information, if I lose that or if I get infiltrated, I can just call my bank and get a new one. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like my passport, it's very tricky. Do you know what I mean? And why is personal information so valuable? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does the government not know who I am? And it's something. And again, there's so many ways around it. It's not secure. I think there's also, as I filmed this video, I watched another video of someone saying there is this AI thing where you can go like generate fake driver's license from people in parliament. So if you're from London, for example, and let's say I'm the mayor of London as an example, right? You can just get me, the mayor of London, and it would generate a driver's license with AI, and you can submit that as an age verification thing, and it will go through. which is actually it's quite piss poor, I would say. Because like, what's the point of having these barriers if they're super easy to get around? You know what I mean? It's like having this huge fence and leaving the lock open. At the same time, yes, it is good to keep children away from all these things, but then at the same time, I think it's, as I said, I'm gonna say a lot of times in this video, I think it's a decoy and it's half-hearted because again, so many ads with alcohol, so many ads with gambling, so many ads, other things that children can affect or can get close to, but yet you say, oh yeah, we want to keep them away from adult content. Why not do it for everything then? Why do you want to keep people away from Spotify but not from gambling? Why do you want to keep people away from YouTube but not from alcohol? Do you get what I mean? So, and then now with the censorship, I think it's just the government. I think people are just being woke about things, I guess, with this whole Gaza stuff and other things that are happening and the way we talk about the UK government or other governments and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of whistleblowers. And now with this whole censorship stuff, it's like you can just control whatever you want with the internet. And as I said, if that just keeps happening, now Reddit for me is like a half functioning app because I haven't submitted my ID. Twitter's also a half functioning app because I see the tweets, but I'm not allowed to view. So like there is a tweet, maybe I'll put a screenshot, but then it's like I can't see the tweet. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of weird. I generally think it is just there as a decoy again. I'm going to keep saying decoy over and over again. Yes, I think it's a violation of privacy because, number one, no one's guaranteeing me that my ID's been safely stored or something. Especially, as I said, the company who is storing the ID has already been hacked before and had some sort of breach. And at the same time, why do you need access to encryption sites and stuff like encryption sites? What I mean, like WhatsApp and Signal and Instagram DMs and stuff like that is something else. Why not just tell parents to educate their kids? Do you know what I mean? It's almost like the classic. It's almost like the classic where this is I hate this argument, like what people, but it kind of reminds me of this. Like, I know it's very like, please don't crucify me for this, but it's like, you know, when a girl or female or girl gets why did I say female? When a woman gets let's say assaulted in some sort of way, and people ask the question, well, what was she wearing? Excuse me? That's like are you stupid? Like instead of, you know, faulting the person, which let's say a man, right? Let's a male, instead of faulting them for their behavior and say, hey, maybe we should teach men not to do these things to women, then like, no, let's teach women how to dress correctly. You know what I mean? Like that's stupid. And that's how I feel with this whole internet thing. It's like, instead of teaching children or parents how to use the internet properly, let's punish everyone else. Let's say, no, I hope the reference makes kind of sense. Sorry if it triggers anyone. It's stupid because the only reason why I use that reference right now is because it's stupid. Do you know what I mean? And what's happening right now in the UK, I think, is stupid. It's stupid because let's just educate parents, let's just educate children to be safe on the internet. But no, let's just take everyone's IDs. Let's make WhatsApp unsafe. Let's make Signal unsafe by taking the encryption away and stuff like that. And it's just like, let's ban VPNs and stuff like that. Let's control the people as we want them. And I think it's kind of weird because, do you think these laws are necessary? Does the country that you live in have these laws, or are they thinking about, as I said in the video, the US and Europe, they are thinking about implementing something like this, I think, in the next years to come. So what are your thoughts about it with the internet being more and more controlled? Like, because now I think they're going to take freedom of speech away and stuff like that from the internet. And I think I just think it's lame. That's me, but thanks for the video. I think I'm gonna upload a second video as well today. So if you see me in the same attire and outfit, just know I did that video after this video. So yes, I'm just gonna say thank you so much for watching, and take care. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.